It appears that as of this morning, a peaceful transition took place between Mike and Lena. The Danny Maff administration, I guess we could call it that, wasn't informed of this occurring in the slightest. We've all seen Lena's threads and posts in the past few weeks claiming that she was going to be taking over the board, but we, and, at the time rightfully so, believed that it was all just posturing and bullshit. The reason why we were led to believe that is because when we questioned Mike the admin, or as many of you know him, admin bit, he told us that the board was absolutely not for sale, and that no transition would be occurring. We've seen him active on the boards, talked to him recently on him, and as of right now, we still have no explanation for what just occurred, or why. The payment for the board was due just a few days ago, yet the way that we were all going to chip in the PayPal address, or snail mail for paranoid people like CWM who don't like sending money online wasn't given to us, nor were we asked about it in any way. Getting information about it seemed impossible, but we were assured that everything was okay, and that nothing was going wrong. About a month or so ago, we'll admit that we pranked the board creating a fake Lily account, and then changing our statuses to look as if we all got banned. Laughs were had, especially by guys like Kamala sucking up to the new administration, and then when we took it back, him sheepishly apologizing. It appears that the sucking up was not in vain, dear Kamala. This isn't a joke, as you can tell by the current status of the moderating team, and it happened entirely peacefully. Giving Lena the moderator status, and, more specifically, demodding us came entirely from him. That this sort of backdoor deal was made with someone who we all knew to be a detriment to the board is, well, extremely disappointing as far as understatements go. Recently when Lena revealed herself to be Peter whatever, Check noted that it felt like the series finale of a television show, and that the board was going to slowly die as we splintered off into smaller boards, or whatever. Maybe he was foreseeing something, albeit completely unintentionally. I know that several of the people on here are not going to be fond of the new administration. A lot of us will jump ship to Shudder, the pit. A new board will likely be in the works by the recently departed administration very soon. Either way, a lot of the old guard has already splintered off or left. Seems like TSM, Generation 09 is composed of us misfits and hacks who didn't feel like moving on to greener pastures, comfortable in the way the old community was, and how we were. But we've lost a lot of guys recently. Marvin, who went crazy in the last couple years, and turned into one of the worst posters instantly, Slayer who just didn't feel like posting here anymore, you could say he lost his smile, even, Hoff who's after being semi-retired, lol he's fat, has pretty much been fully retired for a while now, Ripper who lost his job, possibly his house and mother hopefully the guy's doing okay, and so many other people I can't think of off the top of my head. I guess what this means is that the Red Baron 51s and Kapacha boys of the world will be here, but the guys who made the discussions ergo, who made TSM what it is, probably won't stick around. So, when I'm saying it's all over, take it as you will. You can be talking as simply and practically as me saying the Danny Maff reign is over, or as much that the board as we really know it, is done for sure. Whether that's a good thing or not is entirely subjective, but for me, I just don't see how this is going to make anything better. It's been a great run of several years on here, since we've had someone as wholly unlikable as an administrator on the board. Scott Keith, meet Lena Peters, but I don't see this board staying up for much longer. Mike made a sore mistake in probably losing the majority of the guys on here, and he'll lose money and traffic as a result as well. The wrestling tards will stick around, I'm sure, but the community will move on, in some ways, in different ways. And that'll be how it's all over.